Okay, this is Acting Lessons for Real Life. I think it's chapter 11. Now, chapter 11 is bankruptcy. And bankruptcy is what you do when you cannot pay for all the things that you bought on credit. And chapter 11 is primarily a corporation-related thing. It's corporations that can't pay for all the stuff that they're floating. Anyway, as far as this one goes, if you're an actor and you find yourself speaking the script you're given and you feel very uncomfortable about it. This happened to me today. I found myself in a very repetitive script with another actor. And as I was speaking the words that were coming to me, I was going, this is a shitty script. That's been done before. There's nothing new that we're discovering in this script. I don't like what the other actor is doing with it. He's not doing anything new with it. And my response to this actor, my acting partner, I've done it before. And I don't like repeating myself. We're not moving along. If you're going to go and revisit, you shouldn't be using the same scripts over and over again. So I immediately cut short the script and this acting ceremony, and I went up to my room and I started muttering to myself. Muttering is what I do when I'm annoyed. And I'm annoyed exactly for that because I'm not getting anything new out of this script and it's very repetitive and I'm tired of it and I don't like what I'm saying to my acting partner. I don't like it. It's just, it's, as I said, it's stale, used, and it's not moving us forward. It's a very fixed and dilated, it's dead. It's a dead script and I can't seem to get past it. So I want the whole script burned in a great bonfire. Because I don't ever want to have the same script thrown back at me again. So that's why I'm muttering in my room. It's like, start the bonfire and throw the template of this script and this scenario into the great bonfire because I don't ever want to do it again. Muttering to myself because there was some other point that I wanted to bring to your attention. So if you're an actor and you cannot feel good about your performance because the words that come and perhaps the same acting partner that you have had over and over again will not change his script, I don't think it's in your hands. So the reason that I feel annoyed is because I've been through it so many times. And then I had another piece come to me and said, you know, if you spill your coffee, do you get annoyed and pissed off and enraged? Or do you simply clean up the mess and pour yourself a cup of tea or something? So, you know, I look at it and I say, well, I got annoyed. There's an element of anger, rage. These are pain body aspects if you read The Power of Now with Eckhart Tolle. So it's pain body stuff that comes up for me when I'm given a script that brings me to unpleasantness. I don't want to do unpleasant scripts. And then I go away because I don't want to continue this crappy script. I mutter to myself, I'm annoyed. Why do I keep getting the same script? What is the lesson? And perhaps, well, that's a stupid lesson, but maybe it's over and over again. It's pain body. It's trauma. This stuff keeps coming back to be looked at again and again. I should perhaps be laughing at it. when this comes up, I should laugh at it. I should feel joy, regardless of the shittiness of the script that I'm put into. Unfortunately, the word is should. And if I don't know, there are so many spiritual teachers that talk about shoulds. Should is a word that should be removed from your vocabulary because it is very judgmental. And it is, based upon it could be better. It could be better. So you should do this to make things better. It's a story about your shoulders, Your shoulders are made up of a should. And people say, well, I've got a sore back. I can't bear the weight of the world, is what the ancient, I don't know if it was Greek or Roman, god Atlas. Atlas was famous for carrying the world on his shoulders. See old statues of Atlas. So if the world is too heavy, you've got it on your shoulders, and it probably has a lot to do with shoulds in your life. I should be doing this way, and I should be doing it that way, because this is what I was taught. But when I do it, my shoulders ache. I've got pains in my shoulders. My back feels like it's breaking. Get off my back. So when you pick up the shoulds of the world, and that's because you were born into a society that was not promoting your own creativity in any way. It was all about restricting you, telling you the do's and don'ts. This is how it's done, and do it this way or else. In other words, there's always a threat attached to it if you don't do it the proper way. So as a child, from the time you're born, you are taught to fall into line as a good little soldier. And through a lifetime of picking up all the shoulds, the do's and don'ts, this is the way you're supposed to do it, you become a judge of yourself. You judge yourself constantly, and you judge others constantly. You can't help it. It is your conscience that you have built up. This is the way things should be. Well, the way they are is the way they are. Now, how do you get past the fact that you have to be in the moment? Ram Dass, be here now and let things play out as they will. So if you're an actor and you don't like the script, and it's been repetitive, you should find joy in knowing that you are totally disgusted with the same script that you've been thrown at time and time again, and perhaps you're disgusted with the fact that you're thrown together with the same acting partner who is also stuck with the same script. You can appeal to the great scriptwriter, wherever that is, where these scripts come from, and say, please, no more of the same script. I'll laugh for you. But, at the time, I still was muttering to myself, thinking, I should be laughing. I should be full of joy. But it's not authentic, because in the moment, I was upset. I was frustrated. Frustration was the major feeling I had as I was muttering to myself, this damn script. I keep getting into this same scenario over and over again. And then, I should be feeling blissful. I should be laughing at it. I should let it all go. Yes, I should let it go. But it's a good topic for the lecture. Being authentic is more important than following the shoulds. I should be laughing it off. No. What is authentic in the moment is frustration. So as an actor, if that's what you feel, that's what you portray. Now, you could be very creative. If I get stuck doing the same script again, I might feel frustrated, and then paste on over top of it a laugh, a frustrated laugh or something, to be able to portray I should be happy and laughing it off, and the fact that underneath it I am incredibly frustrated. So there's many layers you can do with these kind of things, but be authentic. And when you review, and this is what I'm doing, is I'm reviewing my little play with this other actor, and I'm looking at it, evaluating it, and saying, if I happen to get stuck in the same thing again, I don't want to play it the same way. So I've reviewed it in my head, and I said, frustration is what I felt. I should be feeling laughter and blissfulness because it's a stupid script, and it's nothing to get too worked up about. And being authentic last time was being frustrated, and if it gets thrown at me again next time, the option is to have frustration with kind of a fake laugh, fake joy on top of it. That's what I'll put in there as the way I'll play it. And how it actually comes out, no one knows. Because just by reviewing it, at least you're saying to yourself, I don't want to do it the same way. This is one option. At least I put one option in the hopper. And if it doesn't come out that way, great. But at least I've done something so that as an actor, my plan is not to do it exactly the same way. God help you if you're on Broadway and you have you're doing something and you're supposed to do the same thing the same way for, I don't know how long these Broadway plays go for, but I don't know. I haven't been on Broadway. If there's a Broadway actor out there that wants to give me some insight on how they do the same script the same way, maybe they don't. I don't know. I'll have to go and look to see if I can get a Broadway actor on YouTube or something who wants to explain how they do the same scene the same way, getting the same emotions all the time, so that they can get it the same for every audience that comes for the live viewing of this particular play. I mean, very old plays like Shakespeare, I don't know. You have to have the same story, but how as an actor can you do it so it seems fresh and new? That is the wonder of being in the moment. And that is what you do as an actor. And in real life, I highly encourage you to be in the moment. In other words, don't focus about the future, because you can't deal with the future, because the future isn't here. It's unreal. The future is unreal, and strangely, the past is unreal, because you can't access it. The only way you can access it is through memory. But you can't change it. People's memories of the same event seem to change, which is strange. But, I'm just going to stick with that so I don't get too far off my point. The only thing you can change is right in the present moment. And if you stay present, the present moment, focus there, that is where your power is, the power of now. There is no power in the future because it is irreal. It's like irrelevant. The future is unwritten. And the past is already written and you can't change it. How you change the past is a lecture in Reiki or something. But it's not part of my acting lesson, so I'm going to leave it as the past is already written, you cannot change it. The future has not been written, and some people will make plans to change the future, but I don't recommend it. Why don't we recommend making plans to change the future? Using the now to plan the future. Because you're limiting things. And your plan that might sound wonderful now might end up being a disaster. Despite your very best intentions in this moment of now, trying to change the future based upon what you think is best now is stupid. Because you don't know what other variables are going to come into play in that future moment. The best thing you can do is say, I was going to say ask for the highest and the best, but it's just words, you know. It's basically a direction. I want the highest and the best. What is the highest and the best? Well, what are we trying to get out of our reality? Improvements, renovations. Bob Frizzell wants us to get away from the cycles. These cycles where we're doing the same thing over and over again. Cyclical living. The Buddha wanted you to get out of cyclical living. The only way you can get out of cycles is to be present in the present now all the time, not focus on the future. And if the cycles repeat, well, Jesus said you had to be in the world, but not of it. So maybe you see these cycles going on, but you're not of the cycles. You're outside of the cycle because you're in the present now, and you're watching the world go by from your vantage point, where you have the most focus right here, right now. Jesus Jones. I am going to be Harry Weaver, your narrator.